I'm sure you and Ruth have kissed. Are you asking if we've had sex?
Yeah.
No.
You are not slick, Nola. Not slick at all. Uyisfebe. And you're a liar. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me. And I'm pretty sure you can tell from my voice that I'm fighting for my life, you guys. I am fighting for my life. I'm living in the baritone today. These next ones, I don't know when they'll come out, but guys, please bear with me, okay? I'm fighting for my life. Speaking of fighting for my life, I appreciate the comments, okay? I want to start by saying I appreciate them. Some of you guys are like, wow, you're so good at pronouncing the names. I would hope so. Guys, I'm Zimbabwean. I'm Zimbabwean, please. I have Zim passports. I have the original one. Is this not original, but like an old school one. And I have the new one, okay? I have the new one, the nice hard one. Please. Hopefully you can't see the numbers. My name is Yulaine Nosa Sanjov. Guys, put some respect on my name, please and thank you. Anyways, we're reviewing The Ultimatum South Africa, Season 1, Episodes 5 and 6. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. After Isaac and Khanya's blow up, he needs somebody to vent to, so he talks to Lindile about the role of a wife.
What are the things that as a woman you know that you should do at home? She was like, oh no, I am the table.
Does she work? This table has to have something really special.
This table brings the beauty.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute in here.
But clearly they cook for Isaac and not for me.
Wow.
At least he cooks.
I'm looking for a woman who's gonna...
Be your mom.
No, not be my mom, but someone who's gonna take care of me.
Yeah, just meat is dry, but it's nice.
I don't know how Isaac missed the fact that Khanya is a slay queen. From the moment she started talking, you could tell this woman, she's a slay queen. You're not going to be able to domesticate her unless she just automatically decides to do that for herself. And also, you're not going to get, well, in this experiment, it's a little bit choppy because you are supposed to be in a trial marriage. But like she said, I'm not going to do wife things as a girlfriend. So you can expect to not get that treatment from me, okay? A few things that annoyed me with Isaac. Number one, in the dating process, he made it clear that with Lebo, they talked more about compatibility, family, values, expectations, all those kinds of things. I didn't hear him and Khanya talk about those things. So now that he's all of a sudden shocked that she's not meeting up to his expectations, did you even speak about expectations? If you knew, maybe you would have, picked a different option, but maybe he was just leaning on the beauty part. And some of you guys are coming for her wig, but wig aside, the girl is beautiful. Like, let's be honest. If she had proper glam, she's beautiful. Let's not deny that. So I'm pretty sure that's what was leading him in his decision. And now he's regretting it. I also got a comment saying that I was being too nice on Khanya, based on how they brought up the dishes conversation. I just want to make it clear that I wasn't saying what I was saying about Isaac in defense of Khanya, but more so as a criticism to Isaac. Because even if you're saying the right thing, there's a wrong way to say it. And so communication is a two-way street. You can't just be mad at one person because they're not responding the way that you thought if you also didn't initiate conversation in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. Next, we have Nola, who gets to meet Ruth's siblings. And this is where we learn what Lebo was talking about when it comes to Nola's poor communication.
There's that one factor that I know I won't stay for. I think I once told you.
She doesn't feel him through sexual intercourse. My partner has been complaining about my communication skills.
I think he is flirting.
No, I'm not flirting.
You are.
So it's Ruth and your partner. Which one?
Ask it nicely then. Oh, what's your question, Chief?
I did ask my question.
Ask my partner. She's very much dramatic.
I like how you explained them, but you have to choose.
I kind of give a lengthy explanation until people just get lost in the words.
So now we know why she jumped so quickly into bed with Nola. Child. And then Isaac, the audacity to be so rigid, to be so secretive, to be so staunch, just for you to not even be able to lay pipe. And it sounded like it was a size issue. And I'm not size shaming, all size matters. All sizes matter. If down there is unsatisfying, use some other things, Be creative. Be creative. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, Nola is very clearly trying to avoid answering certain questions, and everyone is picking up on it. And I wonder, how long has Level let him get away with something like this? Because he just thinks everybody believes his BS when nobody does. Actually, well, Ruth kind of does, which is sad. But everybody else is like, this one, he's a liar. He's a flat out liar. And he thinks he's doing a good job at it. No, you're not. You are definitely not, okay? He says his ex-partner is dramatic. Me personally, whenever I hear a guy say his ex-girlfriend is dramatic or crazy, I think, what did you have to do? What part did you have to play in that? Because there's oftentimes a reason why homegirl was crazy. Genesis and Courtney go on a date where she says that she regrets not opening up sooner to Genesis.
I feel like I've tried on my part to avail myself. Yeah. It was the first time we actually became that close since we started.
Genesis and I are officially dating.
I am definitely open to...
Don't look at me like that.
I'm still wondering guys, my throat is on fire. I'm still wondering what Genesis' intention was coming onto the show. He kind of gives me the impression that he wanted to have guilt-free, I can't really say sex per se, but a sexual experience. He wanted to have a guilt-free sexual experience. And he's frustrated that it's not going that way. And the only reason why I say that is, one, we don't get to see too much of them talking about deep stuff. And deep conversations can aid to intimacy. A lot of people think intimacy has to be sex or has to be things that are sexual. Talking, doing things for each other, acts of service, like all of that stuff leads into intimacy. And I didn't really see him do much of that after the first few days. So yeah, I wonder what his intention was being here. We have Lindile who meets Tabi's family, and Tabi vents about 7 years being enough to know if you want to marry somebody. And that just emphasizes the opinion that I have about Genesis. I think he's a guy who, he just gets comfortable, In 7 years, you weren't able to raise lobola. And lobola is bride price or a dowry. You had 7 years. You couldn't raise a dowry. Or at least let's remove the 7 years, because maybe you needed the 2 years. In 5 years, you couldn't raise dowry? Unless Tabi's family is being unreasonable, I don't understand why Genesis just can't commit. I think he's a guy who, he just likes companionship. But when it comes to commitment, that's where he starts to run. So then we have Ngatego's mom. She gets to meet Cesar over video call, and it is clear as day that Khanya is not her biggest fan. No, she is not Kanye's biggest fan. I'm sure it works the other way too, honestly.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. Khanya, she could not control her emotions. It was really traumatized. Khanya will not change. And that woman is bitter. Gego, you also he needs to heal.
She is carrying the pain for her son, but she doesn't know how she can help him.
She's self-centered. She wants things to done her way at her own time.
There are definitely times where moms overstep, but the mom is right on the money with this one when it comes to Kanye. Like, that woman will not change. That woman is looking for a caretaker, which is fine. But if Ngatego doesn't want to be that person, then girl, go find somebody else. And Ngatego, if you know you don't want to be with somebody like Kanye, why are you still here? That's the question that I have. And I wish we would have seen a conversation between him and his mom, because I would like her to ask, Ganti Sunny, why are you staying here? What's the reason for you being with this woman, knowing you're looking for a different kind of wife? It's one thing for the family to not approve, but the person who's also in the relationship, so what's the point? What really is the point? Isaac meets up with Level because this man is clearly having regrets. And Level's like, well, snooze, you lose.
I still owe her an apology for how I rejected her.
You don't have to.
It eats me a lot.
Plans for your birthday, but...
Oh! Did I throw all that away? For what? Yo, Labor fucked up, man.
I am not floating, but I saw it coming.
This kind of made me hurt for Level, not gonna lie. She's already told us that she sets herself up for disappointment. We assume rejection is a part of that whole setting herself up thing. Like, she's kind of used to that. So to have somebody who you thought you would have been compatible with reject you in front of everyone, and then come back and say, second choice, I'm so sorry. Boy, if you don't go away, like, no, you missed your chance. You missed your opportunity. Don't come with your tail between your legs now just because your relationship isn't going well. If he just had, guys, I'm dying. If he just had, my dad. If he just had this epiphany early on, maybe Level would have had more grace with him. But she's saying, you saw what I offered. You didn't accept the offer. Let's move on. The guys and the girls have separate nights out, and Ruth and what's his name, Nola, are adamant on lying about how far they've gotten intimately.
Aiden, did you bang my girl, bro?
This is my first time seeing him.
Your woman giving me locks up, bro. I haven't banged yet.
So how far have you guys gone?
Hi, just, moderate.
I am considering Lebo's feelings.
Did you bang, bro?
No, I didn't. Did you?
You sure?
I'm sure.
If I was one of the partners, which I would never be an experience like this, I feel like at the point where we have to issue an ultimatum, let alone go on a show to explore the ultimatum, you're gonna embarrass me in front of the world. I would never be on a show like this. And if I am in the future, mind your business. But anyways, if I was the other person in this partnership, knowing that you've had sex, you better tell me before this experiment is over. You better tell me before you get down on a knee and I was considering marrying you. You better tell me. Because I promise you, if I learn after the fact, lock me up prematurely. Lock me up preemptively. Because I cannot promise you that I will act legally. I'm gonna tell you that for free. I cannot promise you that I will obey the law. Because not only did you cheat on me, these people are like, we're broken up, shut up, man. You cheated on me. You lied to me on national television. And now you're making me experience being embarrassed by the people on the show and now the entire world. No, absolutely not. Khanya, you guys know the show. What was that show called? House of Villains. She's fighting for the top spot. I don't know what is up with this girl, but she is determined to be the mean girl of Netflix. Forget even the ultimatum.
I don't know if she's trying to seem cheerful because that laugh is also annoying. Yeah, that's why I call her goofy boom boom, fatty boom boom.
I think all the way means like sex and stuff.
So now that you know what it means, have you?
No,
Is it?
not yet.
Nkataka and I haven't had sex since last year, September, so maybe it could have just been horny. I want to let her know that there's a high possibility that she's probably just being used for sex.
Why haven't you guys had sex in September last year?
Ask him. You guys are like besties right now, right?
When I look at you're putting on a show. Every time you're outside, ha 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 ha, baby.
He's been fake laughing. This is one time I heard him fake laugh for like 2 hours plus. I know his laugh. I've been with him long enough to know the differences between all his different laughs.
I too am wondering why they haven't had sex in so long. And then the audacity for this girl to have so many words for Cesar, knowing that her own OG relationship and now her new relationship, they're both on the rocks. I know you're not talking to me. Girl, face your front. Focus on your focus. Because while you're focusing on me, your house is burning. Please, mind your own business. Oh my gosh, she's horrible. And then we see both of her men venting about how frustrating it is to be with her. Again, girl, focus on your front because look at your men. Look at your men. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Khanya and Tabi are upset. And Tabi shocked me, I thought Tabi, when she was talking to Khanya before, was kind of coming to the defense of Cesar, but it seems like Tabi's on Kanya's side. And they're saying Cesar and Gego are being fake because obviously Gatego's fake laughing and Cesar wants to just laugh out loud when that's not a real laugh. You don't know this woman. You don't know this woman from Adam. How are you going to tell her she's being fake? You have never met her. You don't know her. And even your man, clearly you don't know him. No, but another thing on Tabi. Kanye has been calling Cesar Fatty Boom Boom, which obviously is in reference to her weight. Are Cesar and Tabi not the same structure? Do they not look like they weigh the same? Like, how dare you side with somebody who can easily give you that same criticism if you weren't her friend? Like, if you were the one with Gego, then she would also be calling you Fatty Boom Boom. Like, Tabi, come on, girl. But anyways, I was upset at Tabi, but I wasn't surprised by Kanye's actions. Then Tabby is talking about her relationship with Lindile, and Kanye is trying to rub it in Cesar's face. And I'm glad that she handled it like a champ. She just laughed it off and kept things moving. That's how you need to react, girl. Don't let these people know that they're getting to you. So both groups now start grilling Nola and Ruth about how things have gone. And Ruth, not Nola, just to note that, Ruth finally decides to be honest.
Out of respect for you, I would love to have more conversations with you. Do you want to hear everything now?
I think it would be better.
Nola and I have had sex not once, not twice, not twice.
That's it for me.
Was I the only one who was kind of pissed off by Ruth doing her deep breath? Nola, and I, girl, say it. You've already built up the curiosity in my mind. Just say it. What are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Level couldn't sit there and hear what was going on with her man because it's heartbreaking. She says that she had a lot of faith in Nola and she's disappointed by his actions. I don't know what kind of faith she was leaning on. You've aired out all this man's dirty laundry. He seems like a whatless man. What was there to stick around for, sis? I don't know. I'm glad that now she knows before Nola is going to lie in her face, because history has already shown us this man will bold-faced lie to her knowing the show is documented. Level decides to confront Nola, and this man is lying and denying.
You guys had sex not once, not twice.
Chandra.
She said it.
Why when I would you go to Level just have weird sex? I have to deny everything so that at least Level could be at peace.
Clearly, I deserve better, not you.
No, one, I seem to baby. We still getting married.
I'm not.
If he is lying so blatantly, knowing that everything he's doing is recorded, and not knowing what edit these people are going to give you, if you're giving them the drama, they're absolutely going to exploit it. So you can assume you being nasty in the bed with that girl is going to be on the show. Imagine if this man is able to lie about that in her face. I don't even want to know what has been happening outside of the show. What has this man been getting away with? What has this man been lying to her about? And she was worried about the flirting. Babes, clearly he's comfortable with doing more things than just flirting. Flirting is the least of your worries. Oh my gosh, nah, man. To be with somebody like Nola, I actually would have a heart attack. I really would. And those people have been together for how many years? Are those ones the 7 years? If I was with this man for 7 years and this is how you treat me on national television, oh my gosh, the way. Okay, they've been together a year and a half, thank God. Thank God. Even though you can still obviously get invested to somebody in a year and a half, but at least they haven't spent 7 years together. That's crazy. So this man had the audacity to, one, tell Level he still plans on marrying her, which if you already had the plan, why didn't you do it before coming on the show? Okay. And two, he's now criticizing Ruth for telling the truth. I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. There's no way you're now going to turn it on her. See, we're not in this situation because of you. You put yourself in this situation along with her when you decided to have sex. The lying is just a cherry on the top. But once the sex was had, it was game over. So don't try to spin the story now because your back is against the wall. What a disgusting man. He's actually so disgusting. So now Nola's not only a hoe and a liar, he's also vindictive, because now that Ruth has exposed him, he wants to get even with her and tell Isaac.
He has to drag people in his mess.
What mess? She created this.
No.
Ruth and I were sex.
Oh, now he's agreeing.
So my gut was right. Fuck, man, fuck. But the day of my birthday, this guy did not have me shit. This guy's been quiet. I haven't seen Ruth since the day of preparing.
Have you been talking to me?
You made a decision to sleep with someone who does not want you.
I don't care what you say.
No, I'm coming for him. He must not get away. I want answers.
It had to happen like this, bruh.
It just happen like this.
He does not even show any remorse.
One thing I'll tell you, sleep with one eye open, bro. I'm not gonna deal with you now.
Let's take it down now.
Okay, let's do it now then.
Let's.
Is it bad that I don't feel bad for Isaac? I'm gonna be honest, the initial disappointment from hearing the news didn't feel really disappointment-like to me. It didn't. Later on, when he's threatening to fight this man, I'm like, oh, okay, he's actually mad for real. But the initial disappointment, I wasn't really feeling the disappointment. I'm just saying. There's a part that I skipped with Nola and Isaac having a private conversation where Isaac told him that Level had plans for his birthday, and Nola was like, absolutely not. You're never going to have a relationship with my girl. Don't ever talk to her. Don't ever look at her, whatever. Just at the thought of celebrating his birthday. Knowing that he has had sex with Isaac's girlfriend. No, Nola is actually a despicable human being. Now, Isaac is huffing and puffing. He's so sad that he's been betrayed and stuff. But let's be honest. Why are you so secretive? Why are you hiding your life? Why are you so rigid? I wouldn't be surprised if he had a second family. And if he didn't have a second family, at the very least, he must be sleeping with somebody else. Especially because they were long distance for so long. And now in the last 8 months, he's saying he needs to learn his girlfriend. What have you been doing the last however many months, years, whatever, however long they've been together? Like, be for real. This man had no intention of being serious with Ruth. And unfortunately, Ruth was just sitting there and taking it. Who knows why? Because the man can't even satisfy... Girl, the man can't even satisfy and you're staying around for this abuse? That's crazy. So, Nola says that he needs space. No space for you, sweetie. You caused this drama. You wanted to bring this man into the situation. Deal with it. Face it head on. Okay? And then Ruth starts crying, and the only reason why I have sympathy for her is I always feel bad when a man is screaming in a woman's face. Actually, I feel bad when anybody's screaming in anyone's face. That's number one. But as for your actions, you should be held accountable just as harshly as Nola should. And Gego and Cesar have a debrief about how their nights went because Cesar has some things to get off her chest. She feels like Khanya was being very disrespectful at the ladies' night out.
She said, I'm easy.
She said that to you?
Yeah. How is it possible that a guy like Gego is with a person like that?
Do you want to go tell her now? Let's go and tell her.
Did I invite you guys?
No.
Go invite her
You're
ourselves.
inviting yourself.
No, I'm gonna leave and then you guys talk.
I can kick you out if I want to. You're coming to put your fat bum on my patio. Please leave. You didn't even say may I sit. Because you're so freaking ratchet. Until you fix your behavior, can you leave?
Until I fix my behavior.
Leave! Go! I will come down after you get your fat ass off my patio. Leave!
Okay.
Leave!
Okay.
Leave!
Calm down.
Leave!
Leave! Please, I can't
Leave!
Leave!
Yeah, we're all going through shit. Yeah, it's a disaster. It's a mess.
Thank you, Cesar for asking the question that I've been asking for a while. Why is Gego with this woman in the first place? I don't understand. I truly don't get it. And then she is surprised that she was left alone to deal with Khanya, but let's be for real. The man thrives off of toxicity. If he didn't, he would be out a long time ago. And God bless my niece. She might be mad that I put her video in here, child, but I'm gonna ask for permission. Then if I put it in, then I got her permission. My baby girl was like, oh, Gego, he's so sweet.
Yo, have you seen how Gego looks at Cesar? I would be gone. I would forget I was in a relationship before I even went onto that show, guys. Gego for the win.
I'm gonna assume she didn't get to episode 6 because the Gego from episode 2 and the Gego from episode 6 are two different men. And the performance this man put on of acting ignorant to Kanye's action, you knew she was like this. That's why you chose to leave Cesar alone. You knew. So now Cesar is crying. She's having a mental breakdown. And all of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to defend your honor. I'm going to go talk to Kanye. Too little, too late, sir.
Hey, what are you doing in my house? Please, if you want to talk, go stand there, you and your goofy boom boom. Don't come put your filthy feet with your cheap shoes in this house. And you need to cooperate.
And you need to relax.
There's no way a human being can actually behave the way she behaves.
Imagine, Isaac.
There goes my sleep.
He probably let Cesar get verbally berated by Kanye because he himself allows this woman to do that to him. And even Kanye says, this woman is coming to me because you've given her the permission to talk to me in this way. You are also probably talking to her this way because this man has given you the permission to act this way. It's childish. It's immature. And even if you two were compatible, Khanya and Gego, her behavior is not conducive for a marriage. You can't be petty in a marriage. You can't be vindictive. I mean, you can, but it's going to be very unhealthy. It's going to be very tumultuous. So, Gatego, please, we're not under the assumption that Kanye is the only villain in this situation. You allow this stuff to happen. And for whatever reason, you've let it go on for this long. Face your front. Focus on the monster you've created, okay? Don't complain now. You knew who this woman was for a long time. Now, as a criticism to Cesar, I do feel like she should have left when Khanya was getting rowdy. I don't think that she should have stayed. And she's not actively antagonizing her, but you're not making the situation better by sticking around and also by laughing, knowing that this girl doesn't like when you laugh. You know what I'm saying? So I will give her that criticism, but all the blame in this situation goes to Gatego and Khanya. They are just... Khanya is definitely disgusting. Gatego is questionable. Let's say that. So... after Cesar's breakdown, they got back together and he apologized and they were seen cuddling and kissing in the bed. And, they even had a romantic final date outside of their villa. I was like, girl, come on. Come on. You need to hold this man accountable. Anyways, y'all. Lebo and Nola decided to leave the experiment. No surprise there. Isaac and Ruth decided to stay. They'll be staying alone along with Aiden until the changeover. Tabby and Lindile had a final picnic date on the grass. Genesis and Courtney ended their experiment with kissing and cuddling in bed. I was surprised by that one. And then Khanya and Isaac did nothing. No surprise. At the changeover, some of the couples vent about their experience. It's clear that the only couple that actually has hope out of this group is Aiden and Courtney.
I might not be ready for marriage.
Whether he says it or not, I know there's a lot that he picked up and learned.
I feel like there was a lot that she could have done, you know?
What's your approach going into the next 3 weeks?
I'm just not expecting anything. I know my wrongs, but I feel like I've been alone the whole time. You don't even text to us, are you okay? I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, 4 about you. Are you fine? I take my wrongs, but I'm just not looking forward to anything. That's it.
Ruth, now come on, girl. Come on. You're gonna now act like the reason why you fell into bed with Nola is because you felt neglected by your partner? No, that excuse doesn't fly. You yourself said it was an active decision, so you don't need to apologize. So stand in that. Stand it. Don't now say, well, Isaac wasn't checking in. It doesn't matter. You already made the decision to sleep with this man. Whatever Isaac was doing is none of your business. Stand in your decisions. You made that. Girl, be for real, okay? Then we have Khanya, who says that she's dreading the next 2 weeks. Everyone should be dreading it, to be honest with you. Everybody should be. Honestly, maybe even Courtney and Aiden. Not to say that they don't have potential to fix things, but we saw him and Lebo talk about a kiss being disrespectful. And she was kissing and cuddling Genesis the last night. So I wonder if he's going to be able to forgive that. We'll have to wait and see. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have some grace. Y'all hear my voice. All right. And I will see you in the next one.